Hello, greetings everyone. Welcome to another session, Dorsey's Resource. First, before we get started, I'd like to give a disclaimer. This video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only. Please keep in mind that everyone's individual circumstance or situation may be different. It's up to every individual, competent person to please do his or her own homework and research into the matter being discussed. This information is not to be construed as legal advice. If you need to seek a professional attorney, certified public accountant, psychiatrist, consultant, or whomever, please do so at your own leisure. Dorsey's Resource will not be held liable for any misuse of this information. These are simply my thoughts, views, and opinions on the topic. With that being said, I reserve all my rights. Now, let's get started. I wanted the topic of this video to be a book review on the Illuminati. People have asked me in the past, is there actual evidence? Are there books that you can purchase? Yes, there is. And I'm going to present books that I have in my own possession. Some of them I have read and reread chapters. I may not have read the whole entire book, but I've skimmed through. I can do skim reading. But there are certain books that I've gone over that really drew my interest. But I understand the concept, but I wanted to have like a point of reference. The first book I'm going to show is called Bloodlines of the Illuminati by Fritz Springmeier. I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you guys can actually see. This is what Fritz looks like. And keep in mind, all of these books I'm going to show in this review, you can look up online on whatever search engine you use, if it's Yahoo or Google or whatever web browsers at your liking, because I encourage all my subscribers. You guys have all the power. I'm just simply a messenger, just to equip you guys with the skill sets that you need. The second book in the series is this is a book by Jesse Ventura. It's called 63 Documents the Government Doesn't Want You to Read. I highly recommend this book. Shows very valid, credible evidence. A lot of people are unfamiliar. When you go into the military, you're briefed on secret information. That's where they give everybody like a basic level of security clearance, and they tell you basically, you know, to keep this to yourself. Because I've had other soldiers, people privately share information because they can't stop people from talking. You know, so people are going to share information, but this just shows reputable, credible evidence. Because I remember I was at a barber shop one time, and the lady there, she asked me, well, what type of evidence do you have? And then some other individuals say, well, you just can't go accusing people of things. Well, trust me, I've done research, and there's other people, not just myself, out there. There are millions of people worldwide that know this information to be highly accurate. And what I like about this book, just to go over a brief rundown, he actually shows the government documents that are declassified, because keep in mind, the government classifies documents, which are actual documents that show evidence on assassins or different things that they've done when they've sent in agents through different operations like COINTELPRO, different things like when they killed Kennedy. This book shows the actual proof, the evidence. Trust me on this. And Jesse Ventura was a former governor. He had to go through a background check just like I had to. I worked for several different security companies. I worked with former military, former police, detectives, private investigators, EMS, all sorts of people. So just keep that in mind. This is actual credible evidence. I highly recommend this book in the series. The next book is by David Icke. This is called The Biggest Secret. I purchased this at Borders Books years ago. This has been in my collection for a while. To equip you with the basic skill sets to cross-reference, so you're not just getting information from the same person. Just like you do a research paper in high school or college, and your professor or instructor has you cite your sources. Like at the end, it's called a bibliography, where you list where you got your sources from to show credible evidence. If you got it from a newspaper, a news article, a book, magazine, or whatever, a publisher, or it could be something off the internet even. So if you're familiar with that, I love having evidence to give a fair assessment that you're getting information from multiple sources. This is the second book I had in David Icke series. Highly recommend this book, Alice in Wonderland and the World Trade Center. The official story of 9/11 is a monumental lie. As you can see, the cover is off. This is a worn book. I put tape on it. Still very readable book, excellent to have in your reference. I love paperback books. The last book I purchased from David Icke, and this book is more esoteric. I think it's more advanced. You have to have an open mind but be out of sight, out of mind. But he lists one of the previous authors I mentioned, Fritz Springmeier, is actually in this book. What I mentioned about the bibliography when you do a research paper is he shows, he lists at the end of all of his books where he cites his sources from, and these are actual interviews he's done with people like Fritz Springmeier. So he's cross-referencing reputable evidence, and you can cross-reference with other people. When you have two or more sources saying the same thing, it's a great chance that the information is highly accurate and reputable, credible information. So, because people are quick to accuse things of always being a conspiracy, but everything is not a conspiracy or urban legend. Just like the Book of Secrets that was shown on I'm not sure if it was the History Channel or Discovery Channel, with cable network that aired on, which goes over credible, reputable evidence on things that people are not privy to. And these books will help provide excellent resources and tools. This book is called Codex Magica by Tex Mars. This is what he looks like. This goes over some of the different symbols and things. As you can see, the sticker's still on here from Borders Books. I purchased some years ago. It's still in my collection. I love this paperback book with actual photos, images, so your eyes don't get sleepy from just looking on the internet, reading all the time. Another book, this is by Professor Griff. It's called The Psychological War on Hip Hop by the rap artist Professor Griff. You can look his name up on YouTube, Google, or on your respective search engines and purchase this book. Very excellent book that talks about, the connection with the Illuminati to the hip hop rap industry. This is a book I had repurchased this book because years ago, the original version, I let someone borrow it and I never received it back. But I looked it up online, and actually the second version I purchased off of eBay. But the original version, William Shinoblin actually autographed for me at a Bible Prophecy Club event that I went to. Very excellent book. Goes over how the Eastern Stars were started out of the family members. They were females that were family members of men who were Freemasons, part of the fraternal order. And it gives you the basics, even how the black Freemasons were started here in America. The chapter by Prince Hall, he even goes over that. That's where I learned that information from. Very excellent information too in this book. The next book in the series, I purchased this at Borders Books. It's called The Complete Idiot's Guide on Freemasonry. It goes over the symbols and different things dealing with the craft, the fraternity, and things. This was purchased at Borders Books. The next book in the series, this is by Mark Dice. This is called Big Brother, the Orwellian Nightmare Come True by Mark Dice. Very excellent book where he goes over how they use the social media sites, the smartphones, and different technology to track you. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but very excellent information Mark goes over in this book. These other books I'm going to show, Secret Signs and Symbols, will help familiarize you with the symbol. This is the Caduceus symbol like you see on the medical vehicles. These have meanings. If you study history, it's very, very important to recognize the symbols. This is like an encyclopedia of the different secret societies to equip you with the basics, because there's many different chapters and versions out there. A friend of mine recommended this book. I believe these books may have been purchased at Barnes & Noble. These are two similar books in the series. Just wanted to go over very briefly. And lastly, U.S. News and World Report did a magazine. A friend of mine pointed this out. This was purchased at Borders Books, where they did a magazine review on different secret societies, the Masons. As you can see, I'm going to hold it up to the camera: religious cult, Scientology, Opus Dei, the Mafia, Skull and Bones connection. And the Mafia, it ties in the connection. Like the Book of Secrets did an episode on motorcycle gangs, and it was pretty interesting. Showed the connection to Freemasonry and things. I won't spoil it for you guys, but very excellent resource to have. So this is from an actual U.S. News and World Report that does, news articles and things of that nature. The next is Time Magazine. My friend pointed this out. I wanted to have it in my collection at a grocery store. I picked this up on Secret Societies, Decoding the Myths and Facts of History's most mysterious organizations. Now, with that said, I want to thank you guys for joining me in this book review. I just wanted to show you guys as evidence. There are resources. You can look all of these books up online, whatever respective search engines you use. Also, YouTube, the authors or the names of these books, the information. If you did take the time to watch this video, I want to sincerely thank you. Please don't forget to thumbs up, rate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Dorsey's Resource. Take care.